Ooh, what's up, nerds and geeks? My name is OMG, WTF, LOL, FTW, BRB. Welcome to Total Extreme Wrestling 2013, where we're playing as WCW in the year of 2000, and we are currently booking the pay-per-view Slamboree 2000. We have a locker room incident as well, so let's check that out before we do anything, and it's with Diamond Dallas Page. His recent attitude and her signs can turn into a very bad situation if not handled soon. Let's take a fatherly approach. And it's a complete waste of time. Nice talk, DDP. Thanks, buddy. DDP is a great guy, by the way. One of the nicest guys I've ever met. I don't know why he's such a douchebag in this one. I can't tell you why. I couldn't tell you why. If anyone would like an update on our pay-per-view, or not our pay-per-view, our TV network stance, I haven't heard anything from TNT yet. I did go back into the system because I realized that I didn't change it all the way. I changed it to like kind of like, oh, we have a cult view, which now that I look at it, I probably shouldn't have done that. But yeah, that might not have been the best idea because now that I think about it, the cult thing is more of a what kind of wrestling shows they want, not what kind of wrestling shows they'll take. So I had to go back and change that too, I think, which sucks. But as of right now, we don't have a TV deal, and we are heading into our final freaking show. So we are going to have our main event of the night, which is Sting versus Bret Hart. We're going to have it be 25 minutes. It'll be for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Match history. We had the one match. So, I'm not going to lie to you guys, before I started booking this, my original plan was to go with Bret Hart. Although, now a part of me is thinking, why not go with Sting? And hear me out real quick. This is why I'm thinking this. I do have plans for Bret Hart at our biggest pay-per-view, which is Starrcade, as the champion. So ideally, he would win it back, so some of the people might not like the idea of Sting getting the title just to eventually drop it to Bret. But after Sting, I'm running out of people for Bret to feud with. So if I ideally had Sting win, him hold the title for a few months, and then have him drop the title back to Bret in the final match between the two, because this will be the second match they've had. We can have Bret go on a little bit of hiatus after this. The only question is, we're gonna save this, and what I'm going to do real quick is I want to look at our main event pool. Yeah, you see, because we're not doing Flair. It makes no sense. We can't do DDP anymore. I'm not doing Hogan. Um, Rey Mysterio's in that feud for the tag team titles, and honestly, I don't really think it would make much sense anyway. Shamrock, we can't do. We just found that out. Booker T has the United States Championship. So, ideally, I mean, you know what? We're doing it. Sting will get the victory tonight. I wonder who my best road agent is. I want to say it's Arn Anderson. That's who I would say it is. And I know Nick Patrick's technically our head ref, but we all know I think it's Charles Robinson. But I'm going to let it be Nick Patrick. So we are going to give Sting the world title, Nerds and Geeks. I have decided upon it. And I don't know if we'll give Brett the break that I said I am. I probably will give him the break after this and have Sting move on the feud with somebody else. So Brett's dropping the title. I did not go into this episode thinking that's what I was doing. I really honestly thought that we were going to be doing Brett keeping the title. I also want to add on the Benoit Diamond Dallas Page because I don't know if I said this, but this is going to be a 30-minute Iron Man match. So 30-minute Iron Man match between the two. Benoit's going to get the victory in an open, slow-built match. "30-minute Iron Man match. Diamond Dallas Page is complaining. We're actually going to protect him because I am a little worried about his stamina. He's a B. I'm sure he'll be able to do it. But, just a little bit of worriedness there. All right, so the rest of these are just things I can toss on there. No real order for these, so I guess we can start booking them from the opening bout that I would preferably like to so on and so forth. So the opening bout I think would be fun to start off with would be Booker T and Shane Douglas. Shane Douglas, I believe, is an upper mid-carder. No? Didn't I? Let's go back real quick. Didn't I auto-push? No, even with an auto-push, he's still a mid-carder, despite the fact how he thinks he should be an upper mid-carder. I want to see if there's anybody else who thinks they should be something else. This won't take much time, I swear. Or is it just Shane Douglas? Even Ken Shamrock's happy. Well, then again, I mean, someone just got a little, or not someone, all of you got a little bit of a spoiler there if anyone caught that. So far, Shane Douglas is the only person who thinks he deserves to be higher than he is. And in all honesty, yeah, it's fine. I don't really care. Like I said, he's getting released anyway. Well, he's not getting released. His contract is going to expire, and not by choice. It's his choice. So we'll have you guys go at it for a good 13-minute opening bout. I think will be fine for the WCW United States Championship. Booker T getting the victory in an open, work the crowd match. So Booker starts off the night. We'll go into the... Should we go into the Cruiserweight title or the television title after that? Well, I don't want to do television title because that's back-to-back for the... What's their names? New Horsemen. So we'll separate those. So we'll do Vampiro and Jushin Liger next. So Vampiro and Jushin Liger for the WCW Cruiserweight Championship. We'll have you guys go at it for the... It's 12-minute minor match? Well, shit, I just might make the other match 15 minutes. Vampiro gets the victory in an open, all-out match. We'll have Jushin Liger get distracted by both Bam Bam and Black Rain. Might as well make this the full 15 minutes. Okay. And then after that, we will go into Filthy Animals, the Buff Daddies. Have you guys have a nice 15-minute match as well for the WCW World Tag Team Championships. And the Buff Daddies are going to retain in an awesome match because of their new manager, Melinda. Buff Bagwell, eh? It's funny how Buff Bagwell complained, but not Scott Steiner. Melinda is the new manager. This is her. She was better known as, oh boy, Mi- this name, Madaja? I have no idea. Um, she's a stunningly attractive fitness model of Mexican and Norwegian heritage. I really have no idea who she is. I just feel, honestly, it's mainly because she's Hispanic that I chose her to be partnered up with Conan and Rey Mysterio. Call me a racist. I just feel that's what makes sense. I am sorry. It is just who I am. We'll go into Lance Storm, Dean Malenko after that. Have them have a nice 13-minute match as well for the World Television Championship. Lance Storm gets the victory decisively. And that'll end the feud between those two. And then we will go into Ken Shamrock and Kevin Nash. And they will have a nice 16-minute match with Nash getting the victory. We'll have outside interference from Jeff Jarrett, Buff Bagwell, and Scott Steiner to help aid Kevin Nash. And then I think what would be a nice little add-on to this, because we do need some angles here, would be a post-match beatdown. So it'll be Kevin Nash beating down on Shamrock after the match. Nice little 5-minute beatdown afterwards. Make it pretty epic. Oh, that's right. And then we need to just toss in Jarrett and Hogan. You guys are also going to have a nice 16-minute match with Hogan getting the victory. That being that. Nothing too special, I guess. And we'll have that be the die-down match between these two. Okay, I want to do 2 hype videos. It'll be the hype video of Diamond Dallas Page and Chris Benoit, because this is going to be the final match between these two. 8 minutes seems like enough time, to be honest. And then I also am going to do the hype video of Brett and Sting. Not Steven Regal, Sting. And 8 minutes should also be plenty of time for this guys as well. Might as well just give it 10. It is the main event. I also think a special entrance from Sting would be cool. So let's do a Sting entrance. Not Regal. A Sting entrance. Give him a nice 5-minute entrance. Let's edit this a little bit. We are going to do a distraction finish with Shane Douglas getting distracted by Stevie Ray. And we are also going to have distraction from Perry Saturn in this bout. So basically, I'll explain it when we run the match, actually. We'll go from there. If any of you understand what I'm doing, awesome. If not, we'll get there. Then we're going to do interview. It'll be a rant. Actually, a hype makes more sense, believe it or not, in this situation. Because I can just see Ken Shamrock pretty much salivating out of the mouth, waiting for him, to get his hand on Kevin Nash after what happened this past Monday. It's a good 5-minute promo from Shamrock on Nash. Do the DDP, boom, boom. There we go. Let's do a psych up from Bret Hart, getting him ready for his match against, or psyching him up against his match against Hulk Hogan later tonight. And I also think we'll do a just a generic, not necessarily a promo. It's going to be more of an interview, kind of like Booker T being interviewed just after his win, and then after that we'll have we'll do a backstage beatdown. It'll be Shane Douglas attacking Booker T, just to kind of get like the extra, you only won because of this. And I think that'll about do it for the show. So we'll probably get Sid Vicious on the show just to lose, sad as that is. Maybe I'll have him win, actually. Sid Vicious can beat somebody. I don't know who yet. Better yet, I know what we'll do. We'll just do 6-man tag match on the pre-show. Let's exclude booked. Let's do Ric Flair, Billy Kidman, and Eddie Guerrero versus... We'll do Sid Vicious, Kurt Hennig, and yeah, Dr. Death's fine. Pre-show, give them nice 15 minutes to work with. We'll have Flair's team winning because it's mostly the young guys. And besides that, is there anybody else? Might as well get Mr. Regal a match on here. So let's do Steven Regal versus Rick Steiner. Have we done you guys in the past? No, we have not. So we'll give you guys a nice... Oh, my voice cracked. Did you guys hear that? I really shouldn't point out when my voice cracks, but give him a nice 10 minutes. Steven Regal getting the victory. Rick Steiner's upset. Oh, no. And get over it. We'll keep him strong just to shut him up. Alright, that'll do it. Welcome to the Nerds and Geeks who looked in the description to click on the time to skip ahead and just go right to the show. I'm excited for the show, although I am worried about, the TV thing. I'm not going to let the TV stuff get in my head. Let's just run the show because I think this is going to be a great pay-per-view. So, boom, let's do this. So we have 2 pre-show matches. Our first match gets a 58 C-. Some good action, but not much weighing heat. Steven Regal defeating Rick Steiner with the Regal stretch and the extra cherry on top. Regal and Rick Steiner have pretty good chemistry, so that's awesome. Glad to see that. We did move on to a 63C, some good action and average heat. Ric Flair, Billy Kidman, and Eddie Guerrero defeating Sid Vicious, Kurt Hennig, and Dr. Death Steve Williams. When Flair defeated Steve Williams with the figure 4. So we go into the actual show. We started the night with a 73 B- on a match that had some good action and average heat. Booker T defeating Shane Douglas in 14 minutes and 48 seconds. By the way, we are in front of 14,000 people. 14 minutes and 48 seconds by pinfall with a Harlem Hangover after a distraction from his brother Stevie Ray. And we also saw a distraction from Perry Saturn. Booker T making his first defense. So let me explain what just so happened here, why Stevie Ray came down to distract and all that. So the way I'd like to imagine it is Shane Douglas is, he's cheating the entire match. It's just who he is. Perry Saturn, even, he's been distracting Booker throughout the entire match, and finally Stevie Ray's had enough, comes out, and, just starts going after, Perry Saturn, knocking him out. This distracts Shane Douglas, which allows Booker to hit the Harlem Hangover to get the victory. So a good opening bout from brother and brother's help, I guess. And Booker's also improving in technical. We then move on to our Cruiserweight Championship match, and a match that had some good action but not much weighing heat. Vampiro defeating Jushin Thunder Liger in 12 minutes and 47 seconds with the nail in the coffin. We also saw Black Rain and Bam Bam Bigelow distract Justin Liger a lot, and Vampiro makes defense number 3 of his match, of his title. So 56 C-, not a bad match at all, if I do say so myself. We then move on to a 67 C+. I just remembered something. Dean Malenko needed me to change his character, so that's not going to be good for his match. I don't know why, I just remembered that. Maybe because I saw the debut of Melinda's character. So by the way, 67 C+, and a match had some good action and average heat. The Filthy Animals, Conan and Rey Mysterio defeating the Buff Daddies in 14 minutes and 49 seconds when Mysterio defeated Buff Bagwell with the Springboard Hurricanrana after a distraction from Melinda. So that's defense number 6 of the tag titles here. Pretty much what I would like to imagine here is the Buff Daddies are out there with, Miss Sunny, and Conan comes out and says, you know what, S.A., I see how your game works and all that, and it says we brought our own backup, which they introduced the lovely Melinda as their new manager. She comes down to the ring, and that pretty much counters Miss Sunny being there, which allows it to be a fair match, and gets the Filthy Animals the win. So Conan is improving in technical skill. That's about it. Then Ken Shamrock has an interview hyping his upcoming match against Kevin Nash, ready to just beat the living hell out of him. Gets a 72 B-. We then move on to a 61 C. This did better than I anticipated because I thought Dean Malenko was going to ruin this because I remember his saying he needed a new character or something to fresh him up. Some good action, but not much weighing heat. Lance Storm defeating Dean Malenko with the single leg crab by submission and makes defense number 3 of his television championship and ends the feud with Malenko. Then we then move on to a 72 B-. It featured great action and a good crowd. Kevin Nash defeating Ken Shamrock in 16 minutes and 19 seconds with the jackknife powerbomb following interference from Jeff Jarrett, Bagwell, and Scott Steiner. So with a little bit of help from his friends, Kevin Nash got his revenge on Ken Shamrock. Nash was also visibly tiring during the match. And he's also improving in performance. And then Shamrock just gets beaten down by Nash after the match, furthering the insult to injury. And then Booker T cutting a backstage promo on his match earlier tonight, which leads to Shane Douglas just coming out and beating him down to them out there, screaming at him, you didn't beat me, blah, 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 all that fun jazz. We then see Bret Hart backstage psyching Jeff Jarrett up for his match against Hulk Hogan tonight, wishing him best luck and all that. Then we see a video hyping up the upcoming Iron Man match between Diamond Dallas Page and Chris Benoit. Oh my lord, a 79B. Yes, that's a great rating. Not the best rating. A lot of you, I can imagine, probably like Dave Scott or someone, and Dave Scott's probably flipping out because I just name dropped him in one of my videos. But, someone's like, oh, 79B's not that bad, because I see so many people get 90s just easily, but it's very rare for me. Sorry. It's pretty rare for me to get a 90, so the B's are my biggest thing. A B+ to me is like a heart attack. So 79B, great action, good crowd. Benoit defeating Diamond Dallas Page in a 30-minute Iron Man match. 3 falls to none. He completely swamped Page in this match. Page didn't pin him once. Damn. So Benoit ending the feud and showing everyone that he is number 1. We then move on to our semi-main, which I guess is our semi-main. It's more kind of like a die-down match. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Between the two. So it about that featured a good crowd and good action. Hulk Hogan defeating Jeff Jarrett in 16 minutes and 25 seconds with the leg drop. So much fun. And then we have I almost thought this was the match for a second. I was be like, yes, 2 Bs on one show. Yes. 78B hyping the upcoming match between Bret Hart and Sting. Okay. Whew. I got worried again. That still wouldn't be a bad match, but I'm hoping for a good match here. I really am, Nerds and Geeks. Sting making an elaborate entrance, gets a 68C+. Yes! Oh, my lord, yes! 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 Oh, 84B+, featured great action and a good crowd. Sting defeating Bret Hart in a cage match in 24 minutes and 54 seconds with the Scorpion Deathlock, winning his 7th WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Bret Hart is also improving in performance skills. This show increased our popularity in 16 regions. Diamond Dallas Page and Chris Benoit had a good match. Bret Hart and Sting just came out of nowhere with a better match. So we're going to go to Bret Hart, if I can ever find his name. There we go. And Sting. We're going to we're going to compliment them on a good performance. We're also going to do the same to Chris Benoit. Compliment all three of them on a good performance. Because I don't want to praise. I always feel like a praise should be more saved for... You know what? No, I am going to praise them because we really needed that. Hopefully that'll help us out. So make speech. Bret Hart was happy. Sting was pleased. Chris Benoit also seemed pleased. The speech has been given. Oh, I'm so freaking happy, nerds and geeks. I'm so happy that happened. Judgment Day 2000. Why is it in your house? Why did they have to hold a freaking pay-per-view around the time we did? Well, Mankind was said to be the show. The vast majority liking the show. But R got a lot of praise. So possibly we did better. Let's see. So we did a 77B for our rating. And they did an 80. Mother effer. I thought for sure we had it for a second, Nerds and Geeks. I thought for sure we had it. What was the Mankind? They said he had the best. He was like the main of the Crash, Mankind, and Triple H defeating X-Pac, Christian, and Jericho was okay. Whatever. We had a decision. We have a decision. No. Yes. Yes. I'm so happy. I'm so happy right now. Nerds and Geeks. Shut up, Naughty. You have no idea how happy I am right now. Because so let's see if we can get our other one. If not, I'm fine with it. Let's see if we can do that. Okay, that's fine. Let's see if they'll do this then. They'll give us 2 seasons. That's surprising me. Oh, wow. So usually, this is usually what it goes. Okay, yes, Nerds and Geeks, we still have TV. Oh, this is amazing. I'm so happy that we have TV. You have no idea. Well, Nerds and Geeks, I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, do me a favor. Leave me a comment, a like, and subscribe if you have not already. My name's been OMG, WTF, LOL, FTW, BRB. I'm so happy we have TV now. I'm super happy that Slamboree went well. We have a new champion in the Stinger. No other new champions but Sting. But Sting is now the new champion. And, yeah. Who knows? Maybe he'll change my plans altogether and I'll have him main event to pay-per-view. But we can officially modify this title because it no longer is an NWO title. So, we just need to find the World Championship, of course. Okay. Where would it be at? WCW Cruiserweight. Am I missing something? That's the WCW World. What are you guys doing? Alright, well, you know, I'm just going to do it off camera. I know it's in there. I don't know why I can't find it right now. Either way, Nerds and Geeks, let's just look at the emails real quick. Slamboree got a buy rate of 1.28. Alrighty then. And that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys have enjoyed. As I said, my name's been OMG, WTF, LOL, FTW, BRB. And I'll see you guys for Monday Night Nitro because we can still do Monday Night Nitro. So until then, have a great day.